Hi guys, Sam here. Stock markets have been crashing in the past month. I think since literally the beginning of this year, the stock markets have been taking a serious beating. And everybody has been trying to figure out why, what to do with their investment. And my video today is actually inspired by another one that I've seen on YouTube here, and that video was made by Our Rich Journey. If you guys don't know them, they're actually a couple from the United States. They reached financial independence a few years ago and then they moved to Lisbon, Portugal. Their video is titled How to Invest in a Volatile Market, and I'll put a link to the video in the description below mine here because I feel like it's a great video. They share amazing tips in there on things to do with your investment in this particular market. So I wanted to add a few tips that I felt like was complementary to what they actually shared and my video. So I'll be sharing with you today 5 tips on what to do with your investments in this particular crashing market. And before I get into that, I just want to let you know that I am not a financial advisor and I'm not a financial planner. I do not have the credential for those particular profession. What I'm sharing is just information. It's just maybe a tool for you to take in consideration when you're doing your own due diligence on what to do with your investment in this particular market. And you may or may not take my advice, it's really up to you. So, with that being said, let me tell you the 5 tips and the 5 things that really I always consider when the market gets so volatile. The third one is probably the least popular one, but that's my go to one. And I do that anytime that I can, essentially. It's not all the time that it's possible for me, but most of the time when I can, that's what I do. So, the first tip is you want to review your investment strategy. This is the perfect time for you to just go back to your investment strategy and just give yourself a bit of self-confidence to understand again why you have been investing the way that you have been investing. And in this market, it's really easy to have like self-doubt, especially when you're seeing your portfolio decreasing, day by day. You feel like maybe you're doing something wrong. But if you review your investment strategy and you're comfortable with that, then it's fine. And then you're more comfortable being like, okay, I know why I've been investing like that and I'm fine with it. And then the second tip is you may make some adjustment to your investment portfolio, but please make sure to do that based on analysis and hard fact. And I cannot stress that enough. Money is emotional. Doesn't matter what people say, money is emotional. It can bring the worst or the best out of us. So you do not want to be making decision on your investment portfolio based on what your brother said, what your best friend said, what your neighbor is doing. You just want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence, you're actually using cold fact and analysis to make any decision, any adjustment that you may want to make on your investment strategy. Because once this is because this too shall pass. So when that this actually pass, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years down the road, you want to be able to go back to the decision and be comfortable of the fact that you made that decision based on analysis and not on emotions. So that's really the second tip. And then the third tip, like I said, my favorite one, probably the least popular one, is actually to buy more of the investment that you already own. And this might sound weird to you because you'll be like, well, Sam, why do you want to buy more of investment when clearly their value is been decreasing? So let me ask you, when it comes to Black Friday, when it comes to you buying goods at 60, 70, 80% off, and you see people lining up in front of stores or waiting half an hour online before the online store opens so they can rush in and get those goods at an amazing discount, why is that okay? But then when it comes to you buying investment that you own already at an amazing price or at discount, then it becomes maybe not okay. It's exactly the same thing. The stocks or like the investments are on sale right now. They're on sale, they're on liquidation. You go and you get more if you have the capacity for it, if you have the extra cash for it. Of course, I'm not telling you to go get any credit card debt to come and put it in the stock market or like the investment you have, because that will defy the purpose of it. But if you do have some extra cash, this is the amazing time because you're like, I know I'm investing in those companies or like index funds. And right now it's just happened that the entire market is down. So they're taking also a beating because of that. Then you get more of it. And I want to also to add to this a quote by Warren Buffett from Berkshire Hathaway. He said, you need to be fearful when most people are greedy, and you need to be greedy when most people are fearful. This is the time that most people are fearful, rightfully so, because again, it's not easy to see your portfolio value going down and down. But most people are fearful right now. But that also presents opportunities for people who can, take that, a step back and really looking at things and making sure that they're making a decision based on hard fact. So this is what I did. I was fortunate to have some extra cash on the side, not my emergency fund or anything, but like extra cash on the side. And I decided to actually put more money in the market. So that's my third tip for whomever feel compelled to do the same thing. Again, based on your own analysis and your own due diligence. And then the fourth tip is do nothing. Mhm. You hear me right. Do nothing. You do not have any reason to do anything in this market. Again, what happens is everybody is so into the markets and everybody is talking about it, the news. Even people who don't know much about investments are talking about it because it seems to be essentially the highlights of the news right now. But you do not have to do anything if you don't feel like it. If you're comfortable with your investment and you have some automatic payment contribution being made to your investment and that has been working for you, then that's fine. You do not have to do anything. Sometimes the best strategy is actually to do nothing. I'd rather have you do nothing than decide to make any decision based on, essentially, again, what your neighbor has been buying in terms of stocks or what kind of new investment is out there that everybody has been pouring their money into. Because again, when it comes time to look back at that decision, you want to be comfortable and understand why you made those decisions. And so I rather have you say, I'm not doing anything right now. It's fine, the market are crashing, but that's not my business. I'm still gonna carry on with my life than making any decision and then, regretting it later down the road. And my fifth and last tip is essentially whatever you do, I strongly encourage that you stay in the market. Again, because the market have been done, a lot of people have been fearful and sometimes people are like, I don't know where's the bottom of this market and I don't want to wait to see it. I'm just going to cash my investment and go to cash and wait for the market to come up. The reality is nobody knows the future. Maybe we already hit the bottom. Maybe we haven't hit the bottom. Maybe the market will take 6 months to come back, 1 year, 2 years. We really do not know. But what we do know based on history, when you look at least for the stock market, over 100 years, it has been going up and up, granted with some bleeps, in the curve, but overall it has been going up and up. Since we are not investing on this platform for 6 months or 1 year, we're building wealth for the long term, then it's fine to be like, okay, you know what? It's fine. Right now, my investment is going down, but I'm staying here. I'm staying committed to my investment because I know these too shall pass. So I will not suggest that you decide to sell everything and go to cash because then it creates another stress of when do you get back into the market. You know when you get out of the market because you have sold, but you don't know when you go back. And maybe when you decide to go back, you may end up buying the same stocks at a higher price, and overall you would have lost, essentially. So sometimes we can be our worst enemy, and sometimes it's just better making sure that you stay in the market, whichever decision you want to do, whether it's the buy more or like just make some adjustment, but do stay in the market. So those are the 5 tips. If any of those tips was any value to you, please make sure to hit the like button and also do share with your network to really help people in your circle about what to do with their investment in this crashing market. I will be sharing more videos about personal finances. Make sure to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel so you are notified next time that I'm actually putting a new video out there. Until next time, have a good day and take care.